Every time I see this loading screen, I'm like, damn, now I want some fried chicken. It's effective. It's effective.
So effective. It looks so good. Oh, this is where it's starting.
You awake to a beautiful morning and Colonel Sanders hideaway. Sorry, I don't know why I read it like that. It just reads the whole narration like that the whole time.
So yeah, you awake to a beautiful morning in Colonel Sanders' hideaway. Wait, should we read this again? Because we've already done this, so should we skip forward to where we are?
I think skip until we get to school. I remember us stopping when they go back to school. Oh. I forget. I think we flattered him because we didn't feel like dealing with him.
Yeah, that's right.
And then he acts like he doesn't know us the next day.
Okay, that's right. Our friend tells us about her date, whatever.
And we tell her about
then we tell her how we stayed. Yeah.
Wowzers. What are you, Max Caulfield? Alright, bestie. Alright, here we are.
When you arrive at school, you encounter your rivals in the quad.
In the quad.
I think we already read this too. I think we read it up to the point to where Sanders meets. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I remember this. What's a swirly? Blah, blah, blah. And then we told him about the horse, and he's like, how dare you? Yeah.
Y'all picking on a horse, and you're like, stop my words, weirdo. Whoa, that was weird. Oh yeah, our hands fucked up.
Yeah.
I forgot about that. Because we never went to a hospital for that, because it sounds like we really demolished our hand, but we were like, yeah, it's fine, we'll just put a bandage over it.
Alright, I think we'll start here. Colonel Sanders arrives just as it appears things are close to boiling over. A naturally intuitive person, he senses that something has been going on.
Cute when she's not being
I
evil.
know, when she's not being mean. Colonel Sanders!
Colonel? Mr. Sanders?
Mr. Sanders?
Cat out. Is everyone excited for the final day of school? Lynn! How's that hand feeling? You imbecile, not for going to the freaking hospital. I'm sure you'll be back in fighting form by this afternoon.
Makes me want to punch you.
Oh.
Aren't you concerned about my hands, Colonel? Yesterday I almost broke a nail winning so hard. Whining. Whining so hard I broke a nail. No.
I split my calluses. Technically, I don't believe a winner was decided by your presentation. Oh, sorry, but your presentation was quite impressive.
I was about to say, damn, we go hard! No, what is he doing complimenting her?
I'm jealous.
But what about the flavor of my delicate, warm, gooey chocolate sauce?
Girl.
It was okay. Clear your passion about how your food was received. Yeah, it was mid as hell, bro.
That's a lot of words to say it was bland.
Excuse me, woman. I am more than capable enough to speak for myself.
Maybe you could tell me more of your thoughts as we walk into class, Colonel.
I'm always interested in discussing the fine arts of fine foods. See you inside, Lynn.
Man, I just screwed myself over with that. I know! Annoyed by Colonel Sanders' inability to see Ashley for who you know she really is, you walk across the quad to get some distance. In an attempt to distract yourself from how slighted you feel by the interaction with Ashley, you take out the spell book you recovered yesterday and start flipping through the pages. Whoa, that's that book? It looks like bad news. It's just something I found lying around. It would appear to be some sort of grimoire, but I don't really believe in that magic stuff. Grimoire?
Mumbo jumbo.
A grimoire? Like a book of spells? I don't know. Who would spend so much time decorating a magic book if it weren't really powerful? I can think of one surefire way to find out. You open a page covered with arcane warnings cast only in case of extreme emergency. It says around the edges of the page. I'd use the spell here that says it will erase anyone I choose from all of my memories. If I scrub out Colonel Sanders, it would probably help me focus better on the upcoming final exam. That is way drastic. Couldn't you do something else, like anything else not rooted in dark magic? Maybe tie a string around your finger?
There you go.
Okay, fine. It is drastic, but desperate times call for desperate measures. You've got a memory erasing spell sitting right in front of you, and a pretty good excuse to try it out. Cast a forbidden spell, don't do it after all.
Sounds stupid. Don't do it. It sounds so dumb. Just saying, like, that is super freaking extra.
Honestly, I feel like I would have messed up the spell because, you know, we're not versed in magic. And, like, I probably would have forgotten more than just, you know, him. I might have erased my memories of everybody I knew, or of people that I, you know, or he's the only one I think of and I don't know anybody else, you know, type of thing. You take your friend's advice and put the book away. It's almost time for class. Sprinkles is already in the room waiting for the students to arrive. He clears his voice to make a quick announcement. I can't remember how I did his voice. I want you all to know I feel something of a dog moment coming on. But I assure you, it's nothing to be afraid of.
Dog moment.
His cute little nose scrunches up and he begins to breathe quickly. He must be hungry, reach for some old homework to give him as a snack. Dogs can be rather unpredictable, especially Sprinkles. Wait to see what happens. I'm not gonna give him my homework. Even if it's old homework. Like, that's just dangerous in general. Like, I'll just wait to see what happens. I mean, he gave us a warning, so... Sprinkles stops in his tracks. He focuses in on the window. The room is deadly silent. When you follow his gaze, you see a tiny orange squirrel perched on the cherry tree outside. Squirrel!
Dog moment.
Sprinkles turns feral and runs to the window of the classroom. He begins barking uncontrollably at the squirrel outside. Terrence! I told you never to come back here! Terrence! I will destroy you! Terrence! Sprinkle is barking ferociously, drool flying off of his face. The squirrel looks over, but he doesn't say anything back. You wonder, is that even a talking squirrel? Who named him Terrence? You'd better not show your chubby cheeks around here ever again! After Sprinkles is satisfied that his presence has been felt by not only Terrence, but any other squirrel in hearing distance, he returns to his professional tone. I apologize for the outburst. This actually brings up an important point. Thank you, Yulin, for reminding me to dole out this indispensable bit of wisdom, you see. But before he can go any further, Miriam's love drama spills over into the class. Sprinkles is interrupted by whirs and sparks coming from the back of the room. Words, oh, Lord. Lots of flirting going on. What? Huh?
Words. That's how you pronounce
words.
That.
Words
yeah, it's
and
weird,
sparks.
Weird spelling, but that's how you pronounce it. English, you know.
I told you to save it for after class. You think I wanted to be thrown from a plane strapped to a stranger? Miriam and Clank appear to be arguing, but you still haven't learned to speak Clank's language of mechanical noises.
Medical?
Sorry. But no, you had to show off your cool kid friends, Jeff and Joanne? Joan? Jeff and Joan, J and J forever. Watch us from a triangle in midair as we descend. Triangles are the strongest shape, don't you know? Yeah, well, that doesn't make it a great date.
Uh-oh, the is fighting. Eat word. I don't know why I'm saying word like
then
that.
Then take Jeff and Joan with you. You can all hold hands as you pedal down the mountain or off a cliff for all I care. Aww. Oh. Clank begins to shudder. Steam pours out of the gaps in his panels, and then a loud ding stops him in his tracks.
What am I making?
Oh God, what happened? No amount of seasoning is going to make me want to eat that, Clank. Yeah. Is that a shoe? Clank burps out a completely deep-fried sneaker, considering that he himself has wheels, not feet. It's not entirely clear where it came from.
Backwards.
In terms of deep-fried footwear, I guess it looks okay. Clank slowly rolls out the room to be alone with his shoe. Everyone tries to pretend like they didn't see that entire thing go down. Nothing like a loud public breakup to cast a pall over the final day of school. Well, that was unfortunate. But we mustn't be distracted from what lies ahead. The final competition showdown challenge exam. Shaolin Showdown or whatever. I'm still working on the title, but I think you get it. Test time approaches. See you all in the arena. But before you can think about your upcoming competition, there's a very beautiful soul nearby in need of a pep talk. Yeah, it better be your fucking best friend. Okay, I was about to be mad if you think fucking Colonel Sanders is a beautiful soul right now. Hey, Miriam. Are you okay?
Hey, bestie. How's it going?
Okay. I'm so mad I could smash a tiny mug, spilling several droplets of hot cocoa all over the floor. How could he embarrass me in class like that, in front of everyone? Her tiny cocoa is a delicious treasure, so you know that this breakup is no joke, even if the source of her frustration is such a silly boy. I know that you know this, but I'm gonna say it out loud. You don't need anyone. Me and you, we're gonna cruise together. We're gonna cruise through this final test and hit the carpool lane to Success City. Miriam brightens up, imagining the wind rushing through her short bangs, but she hesitates to embrace the feeling all the way. Are we gonna date? Are we gonna date our bestie?
Hey man, are we? Can we like just get hook up already? Sheesh.
You're not gonna saddle up with Colonel Sanders' stallion and ride off into the sunset without me? Of course not. Well, maybe sorta. But I'm sure there will be a pony out there with your name on it, and a ranch big enough for both of us and whoever else we want to bring along.
Yeah, baby.
If it's not Pop or Clank or anyone else you meet today, tomorrow, or this whole year, so what? You're a special person who shouldn't settle for the first someone to show a little interest in anyhow. Miriam gives you a big hug and wipes the tears from her cheeks. I should really review my menu for today. I'm gonna go make a very special soup. And I bet that Professor Dog is gonna love it up. While you were pep-talking Miriam, you completely missed lunch. But that's okay, because you had a better idea of how to spend the time before your exam. You decided to head to the arena early to practice a dish. This is it, the location of your final challenge, a test of will, a test of courage, a test of talent. And a chance to beat the pants off of Van Van, the supposed man-man, and his eviler counterpart, Ashley. Eviler. Just looks weird. As planned, you begin to run through a quick test of a recipe you've been working on, Yulin's famous chicken pot pie. After practicing for months, making this dish comes second nature to you, and you're able to quickly get a fresh pot pie in the oven. But as soon as you do, your cram session is interrupted by Colonel Sanders.
Yay. Lynn, what are you doing here? There's still some time before the final exam.
Minding my own business.
Oh, just taking it all in. I'm big into visualizing success. I'm looking at my station and picturing victory. The pot pie has begun to bake, and the smell is slowly filling the space around you.
Visualizing, huh? That's too bad. I was hoping you were here to cooking something delicious.
And if I was, it ain't none of your damn business.
It seems that you're still insistent on cooking shit.
I will throw it in your face while it's steaming hot, my friend. Anyways. You'd usually happily share your food with anyone who is hungry, but the last time you let Colonel Sanders get in your head, it cost you a cook-off. You decided that it's time to put your cooking above your romantic desires, but that decision gets hard to stick to when the oven timer goes off behind you. Ignore it, like there was no sound at all, fess up about your practice dish. What's the point of me lying and ignoring it? That's like, what? Like, it's obvious at this point, so there's no reason to ignore it like it wasn't a thing. Okay, you got me. I'm doing a little bit more than visualizing.
I know. My nose can smell a pot pie from 1 mile away. I actually don't know the conversion there.
That's an oddly specific distance, but you'd expect nothing less from such an oddly specific man. You knew it was a pot pie just from the smell?
Not just a pot pie, but a chicken pot pie. With all batter crust.
Butter.
Batter. And my nose is telling me something else.
I stole your recipe and put it in my pot pie.
Sneaky.
Oh no. Is it burning?
No. I could smell that it was made with a heaping helping of TLC. That's time, love, and care for the people that don't know what the acronym for that is.
Okay, I'm people.
I am too. Tender, loving care. Got it.
But it'll probably start burning any second if you don't pull it out now. So get the go.
I'm going. The moment of truth.
Wow.
I wish we had that as a soundboard.
It's the best pot pie I've ever tasted.
Are you gonna cry?
I've always loved country cooking, and I'll go eat this all day long. Hey.
Terrible. Yeah.
Yeah, just revert back to this.
There's no time left. The final showdown is about to begin. Sprinkles lays down the ground rules. There are no rules.
Okay.
That is, except to cook with everything you've got.
Yes.
You step up for the cook-off of a lifetime. You decide that mac and cheese plus the pot pie you've been practicing are just the dishes that that'll push you over the edge to victory. Meanwhile, both Van and Ashley are prepping wildly elaborate dishes per their usual over the top shelves. Look at that fucking thing in her fucking hand. The
He's gonna kill us with that cleaver.
Cleaver, that's it.
It's gonna go yandere on us.
Striations.
Miriam has her giant magnifying glass and several sets of tweezers. She's definitely preparing to go big, going small.
Miniature.
I can't wait to see what she does. Like, I hope they show. I want to see everybody's dishes. I want to see all of the dishes.
I want to see Miriam.
Colonel Sanders seems to be harnessing his 11 herbs and spices, but he's trying to find a way to improve on something perfect. His original recipe, fried chicken. Take my advice! No, I'm just joking.
The way it's already got it registered.
The intensity in the room starts at... Oh,
typo.
Okay, my brain was like paused for a minute. Okay, intensity in the room that starts at full 10 out of 10.
At.
I think it's supposed to be at a full 10 out of 10 is what it is. They put, yeah.
Probably.
With a frenzy of action. AT-AT. Like Star
Yeah.
Wars.
At.
Oh, no.
At.
Yeah, don't ever call it that. Yeah, people will freak. Alright, everyone is calling out really cool special cooking moves as they prepare their food. Wow, this is getting serious. What do we have? Anything cool to say? Colonel Sanders batters his chicken as it levitates through the air. What?
I'm wearing black.
Egg wash!
Well, you know,
oh shit, sorry.
Business.
Miriam, furiously injects ingredients into an itty-bitty pot of broth. Best friend... What? Baster blast? Oh, I thought it said baster.
Damn.
Blaster.
Best friend baster blaster. Van flexes his pectorals as he chops open a sea urchin. Ooh. Let's rock and ride. Ashley scoops her pastries off the tray with lightning speed. Shallow personality spatula. Even Clank gets in on it.
5 dial pressure point chicken cooking technique.
That's the first time I think he actually spoke words. Wait, when did Clank learn to speak English? It's the singularity as was foretold. Singularity as was foretold.
As was foretold.
What?
Yeah.
We mustn't let it happen, or the appliance uprising will take us all.
Self-destruct.
Van quickly unplugs Clank and rolls him out the back door of the arena. This is weird. What?
They literally just flatlined a human being.
Yeah, as you frantically prepare your dish, did Van just take him out back to like demolish him or something? Or did he self-destruct on Van and now they're both dead? As you frantically prepare your dish,
Actually,
you notice...
he was just going through his Chuny phase.
Ashley has her spell book out. Is she going to use some dark magic to turn the tide? Look at that evil face.
Magic.
You've got a book of your own, and you're desperate not to see her win another battle. Should you take this opportunity to fight magic with magic, even if it's almost certainly evil magic? Nah, so, bro, do it the hard way.
Do we want to be evil or do we want to be boring? Those are your choices. Evil or boring?
I mean, I love me a good magic. I love me a good magic spell, good magic, like, whatever, but, like, then there's no real tender loving care, quote unquote, that goes into the meal because we're cheating. The TLC! The TLC! So, let's keep it, I think, doing it the hard way to get that TLC, because I think that'll overpower whatever the fuck spell she's got going on. And who knows, she might not even be using it for food. She might be using it for something else, because clearly they needed to get rid of fucking Clank. Who needs magic when you've got passion?
And determination.
I'm gonna do it the hard way.
Which is just the normal way.
The normal way.
Because of the fact that she's using magic, and I'm trying to make it seem like I'm doing a lot. Okay.
Colonel Sanders sees that you've chosen to win on your own terms, and he gives you a subtle wink from across the room. I'll poke those eyeballs out.
Ka-chow! I believe. Oh, sorry. I got carried away with that ka-chow.
I believe in you.
I believe in you. You.
Miriam notices too. And I've always believed in you, Yulin, since we were little kids, because I'm your best friend forever. And possibly my future lover. No, I'm just joking. Sarah friend-zoned.
Damn it.
Yeah. Yeah, you ain't wrong. You turn to notice that Miriam is at your station cheering for you. I know, right?
They could have had an option where you actually just hook up with Miriam at the end.
Or even somehow like hook up with your like nemesis or your rival.
Nemesis.
Miriam, what about your dish? If you're here cheering, who's cooking? Tiny food, short cook time. I'm actually already done. Oh, I'm reading it normally.
Tiny food, short cook time. I'm actually already done, so I thought I'd help you.
Oh, that's sweet, but Miriam tosses a handful of spices directly into your boiling noodles. Oh no.
It's the secret ingredient.
However, she doesn't know that you lied and the ingredient was made up. And where in the world did she get Eye of Newt from? Oh God.
Is Carmen Sandiego.